and what they eat. So different birds live in different habitat, and depending where they live, it affects what they eat.
Nest. Also bird tree.
You're right. So the first bird we're going to talk about is the fish sphere. It has a very, very, very long, this bird has a very long beak. And it's also very, very pointy. So he's actually almost like a diver. He goes in the water and with his sharp, long beak, he fishes for fish and goes choom, and he catches a fish. And he would get a fish and eat it.
Yeah, like a bird nest. So no fish. Also some birds of worms.
Yes. This next bird is actually a hummingbird, and what he does is he likes to sip the nectar
In the flower.
Do you want to hold it, Kathleen? Yes. So this is a hummingbird, and he pokes his way down inside the flower. He pokes his, it's actually his tongue, and it's like a straw, and he slurps the nectar from the flower.
I have a hummingbird feeder, so I get a lot.
That's awesome. This is a water plow. This is another unique beak. He has a long beak, and he flies above the water surface and above the ocean.
Parrot.
And then he lowers his lower bottom part of the beak, and he kind of skims over the water, and he catches the fish that way. That's why it's like a plow in the water. Not a plow in the dirt, but a plow in the surface of the water of the ocean or a lake. And that's how he, with the bottom part of his beak, his lower beak, he scoops water and he catches fish and he eats it. So that's what he eats. He eats fish. The next one is the meat eater. So this is a picture or a hawk. And he has a hooked beak. It's sharp as a knife, and he uses it, and it's very, very strong because he can tear the meat with his beak. He catches things like rabbits and squirrels, mice, or rats.
Or mice, also dogs.
Hope not. No, I hope not. This guy is a cone opener. His beak is very unique. Do you see how it crosses? I don't know if you guys can see, but his beak doesn't go like this. It kind of goes like this. It crosses each other. It doesn't go like this. It goes, it doesn't go like this. It goes like this. And you at home, his beak goes sideways, not like this. So what this guy does, the cone opener, he has something called a crossbill, which is what we showed you, and he can crack pine cones. Inside pine cones, there are seeds called pines, and that's what he likes to eat. So he needs this unique beak to do that. The next bird is actually the wood drill, Kathleen.
Okay.
The wood drill. He goes tap, 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 tap. He taps. He taps the tree, and he drills a hole in the tree. And his beak is straight, and it's very, very hard. And then with his long sticky tongue, did you know that woodpeckers have a sticky tongue?
Yes.
He puts his sticky tongue in the hole, and he catches the insects that are in there. Can you show us the insects that he eats, Kathleen?
Yeah. It's a fly. You might get a fly out of the tree.
Or a real fly.
So this bird
Ava?
is very unique. he has a net by his beak. And what he does is he catches flies with his net. So he has called an insect net beak. He flies at night. He flies at night and he opens his beak and it almost acts like a net. Have you ever had a net and you run around and try to catch flies or butterflies? So his beak acts like a net.
I can't see the whole. His tummy is gray like that. I know.
This one here is called a water strainer. His beak is like a shovel.
Shovel?
Yes, it's wide and it's flat like a shovel.
We get the shovel you.
But his beak is not used for digging. Not exactly. It's actually used in the water, and with his beak he catches plants, he eats plants, and
Also, treasures.
he eats flies,
See flies.
insects, and whatever is under there.
My house has these rocks. My couch has so many insects in my house.
This bird is a seed cracker. Yes. Do you guys ever leave seeds for your birds in the bird feeder? Like this one is a sunflower seed. So this bird has a special beak and he can crack the seed and eat what's inside, the good part.
You crack
Yes.
so hard that I can't. That bird must have a very strong beak. Yeah.
And this one is mud, water, grass probe.
It's so tall.
His beak is kind of curved, right? Look at his beak, it's kind of curved.
So big. It's super big.
Is his beak long or short?
Long.
His beak is long.
Long.
He goes through the mud and he digs with his mud. He kind of digs and he looks. He looks for crabs. He looks for little crawfish.
Also.
And he eats them with his beak.
It's a seagull.
This is not a seagull. Not exactly.
Pelican.
No.
We are the pelican.
So boys and girls, this is just a few examples of how the shape of each bird's beak helps them survive in their habitat and eat what they need to eat in their habitat. Because if the duck had a beak like a net, she wouldn't be able to survive because she's not really flying and catching flies. The duck is in the water and she needs a beak that helps her eat in the water, right? So we have a lot of samples here of how the beak helps the fish survive. All right. At this point, boys and girls, we are going to go back to our tables. Everybody has a name at their table. You guys have your boxes.